Hello loves, I am going to be doing a 3-pile draw. So 1, 2, or 3. Just focus on whatever energy you're feeling. Is it number 1? Is it number 2? Or is it number 3? Remember to always go with your first gut instinct. Feel it. Don't allow the thinking mind or the ego mind to have you doubting what you're feeling. Sometimes it's more than one pile, and that's fine too. So for our number 1s, our first card is flexible. Oops, flexible. Card number 19, which is 1 and 9 or 10. Remember, we always combine double digits in order to make it a single digit. Come to the edge, number 36, which is 3, 6, or 9, which is also very powerful because 3, 6, and 9 are very powerful numbers. And then we have blessed, number 22. And I'm going to add some surrender cards. And we've got okay. So for our first little pile, we have surrender to effortlessness, which is partnered with flexibility. Then we have surrender procrastination, as well as come to the edge. Then we have surrender to the beauty of the natural world, and blessed. And one more for each pile. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, so that was this one. And, oops, sorry. This one. And the last one. Yes, I'm moving the camera, guys. My bad. Spirit was like, here, all of these. And then your first chakra. Okay, so this is quite the message, I'll say. So first we have surrender to effortlessness, flexibility, the temple path. So, and that's also number 12, 3, or 1 and 2. So this is very much about allowing yourself to really be in the energy of ebb and flow, because it feels like you almost are holding yourself back in a sense of the logical thinking mind, the ego mind, and it's kind of getting in the way of manifesting, but more of getting in the way of creating the life that you want. And it's like you're trying to do things through the thinking mind rather than trying to do things through your heart space. And they're just asking you to, you've done so much inner work, you've done so much for yourself already, you've really overcome pretty much everything that's tried to come and crush you and tried to come in and keep you small and hold you back. So they're saying the hard work is done. Surrendering to effortlessness is saying, you know what, I'm present with myself. And flexibility is about you allowing the ebb and flow of life to happen and to unfold as it's meant to, with staying in your power, staying in your trust, staying in your presence, staying in yourself, where it's like, you know what, I know that this is okay. I know that everything's going to be okay. And really allowing yourself to be in that vibration rather than trying to control things and allowing the thinking mind to create a place of it should happen at this time, and I want it this way, and I want it really relinquish that control and just allow yourself to be effortless in your becoming and in your fruition and in your desire. You're aligning with your heart's desires. That's what it's coming down to. And They're just saying to be flexible in how it's going to be unfolding, and not try to control it, of how, the where's, the when's, the hows, and all that kind of stuff. So they're just saying to, you've done so much work. You've taken, like, your temple path is all about the path you've taken to your inner glory, to your inner intuition, to your inner power, to your inner source. And, just be here. Like, this is beautiful. Like, just sit there and chill, relax, and let things come. And it's like, you found this balance with body, mind, and spirit, and allow them to show you the way now. Allow them to work with you in, bringing forth, what is meant for you, without you feeling that you have to blood, sweat, and tears to get it. It's already there. Okay. And procrastination and coming to the edge and all tied up. So it's like you're getting yourself tied up in old energies. You're allowing old energies to kind of misguide you, and it's all coming from the ego mind, which is, our ego mind has attachments to the past. Our ego mind is that part of us that talks shit into our existence, so to speak. So it's like our ego mind cannot create new thoughts and newness, because it doesn't like change. Our ego mind can only feel and work through and be in the energy of what is past and what it's already experienced. So it's literally about losing your mind and finding your soul. So just asking you to, don't procrastinate against your healing. Don't procrastinate against the stuff that you need to let go, whether it's old behaviors or old ways of thinking, or like negativity and doubt and fear and worry and hows and whens and whys and all this kind of stuff. Like, you're tying yourself up in things that you have no control over. So they're just asking you to, coming to the edge is about like trusting. It's like when spirit says, hey, climb this mountain, stand on the edge and just embrace all the beauty that is available to you to see, kind of thing. So they're just saying, like, stop holding back and stop procrastinating, doing that releasing, and just being present, and just being like, I let this go. I let this go. I allow myself to let this go. Like, when old thoughts or old fears, old shit come up, allow yourself to let it go. Allow yourself to be free of it and be like, no, this is not me anymore. This is not the energy that I want in my vibration and in where I'm going and in my creating the life that I want. Allow yourself to let it go. Allow yourself to move forward. Allow yourself to be free of it. Whether it's, whatever that energy is. It just feels like it's very lower vibrational energy of blame and hate and judgment and anger and hurt and all these energies that are not who you are right now. So free yourself. Allow yourself to move forward and release yourself in order to be present, in order to, really be aligned with your blessings and with your joy. Because then you have surrender to the beauty of the natural world, blessed, and first chakra, which is Archangel Michael. And our first chakra is our root chakra. So this is all about being grounded. This is all about grounding into the new earth, into the new, the blessed Gaia, the healing, the love, the fruition, the wealth of health and joy and bliss and all these beautiful things, and really grounding into that, really allowing yourself to ground into where you are right now, and all the power that you have given yourself, all the joy and all of the presence that you have, all of these tools that you've developed, are so much stronger than the old energy that's trying to kind of hold you back and hold you stagnant and hold you sane. So they're just asking you to, really ground into the beauty, the joy, the fruition. Because remember, Blessed Gaia is all about new birth, like rebirth and rejuvenation and healing, and ground into that, ground into the place you are now, to say, what, I've that ego mind is no longer part of me. So release it with love. Thank you for allowing me to become who I am now. And I release you with love, because every part of us that we've had to work through and overcome still helped us to be who we are in this moment. So they're just asking you to ground into who you are right now. Use that root chakra to really ground into the blessings and the rejuvenation and the new and the new beginnings and all these beautiful things that are birthing through you. And it's your time. Like, this is your time. So move away from the vibration of what was and stay in your power of what is, in your blessings, because this is what's bringing forth everything that you've been trying to manifest, so to speak. Feel that joy, feel that place of power where you know it's already here for you. You know it's already, created. It's just letting go of the old stuff that's trying to hold you back. Okay. So allow yourself to be grounded in who you are right now. You've earned who you are right now. You have gone through a shitstorm of things that you had to work through within yourself. And don't allow that to hold you back. Only look back to celebrate the joy. Only look back to celebrate how far you've come. And that is a very common theme with what we are transcending right now, because we are in a power of creation. So ground into the power of creation, ground into the blessings that are already available to you. They're already here. Just open yourself to them and use your heart center, use that heart space, and ground into that. Okay. All right, my loves, stay blessed. Okay. And for our second pile, what do we have for you? Pile number 2. I'm trying to keep the cards on the table this time, guys. Let's see. Oh. All right. So, first card we have is Here and Now, number 32. Building Blocks, number 28. Message in a Bottle, number 15. And for our surrenders, that will be a message for an overall, because they just flew out. My daughter does not like these cards because they always call her out. So I have a lot of clients that are like, oh, I can't stand those cards. Oh, geez Louise. And see, they just want to be seen. And apparently these are the ones. So we have surrender to non-action, surrender to trust, surrender to miracles. Okay. Beautiful. And the overall theme for this one is surrender low self-esteem, surrender resentments. And that it feels like this is the energy that you've kind of already overcome. But there's just kind of like fragments there that sneak up into that thinking mind, the ego mind, that, hold you a little bit hostage, but not in a sense of holding you back. You're just like, because you're just very aware of them. So you're like, nope, I'm letting this go. This is not my truth or who I am right now. And let's see. Sorry, guys. And put that back. Okay. This one for our final deck. Oh, okay. Strategy. Lord have mercy. Oh, cornucopia. I like that one. Last card, please. This one. Okay. And patience. I know everybody loves that one too. Patience. They're like, ugh. Oh, one card fell on the floor. Let's see. Making it very challenging today. All right. And there we go. Surrender your need to always be right. So this feels like outdated energy. Like this is where you've come from, but recently. Like this is kind of, it sneaks up every once in a while and you're like, that's, nope. And you're letting that go. So they're saying to, stay in that vibration of, this is old. So yeah, when those little thoughts pop in or situations pop in, you're very mindful of them and you're being very self-aware. So they're saying like, this is now outdated energy. This is where you've kind of, it feels very recent though, like things that you've been struggling with over the last couple of months kind of thing. So this feels very recent, but also old energy. So this no longer is in your daily vibration, but can still sneak in once in a while. But they're saying, keep it moving and keep what you're doing with that mindfulness of letting it go. Okay, so first we have here and now, surrender to non-action, and strategy. So this is very much about you being present and you being in a sense of receiving rather than trying to force yourself to push forward with certain things. So strategy is very much about that internal energy. So that it's not like, you have to do a game plan or anything like that. They're just saying it's very much you being present, you being in this moment, and you having that realization, because you've built a place within yourself where, and this is where the strategy comes in, where you know your power. And so we know when you have those days that are challenging or things come up that don't feel so good and that are challenging, you're able to kind of dig in and be like, no, and really tap into that place of your inner strength and where you are right now. And to know that, that was just an old thought, or that was just an old energy, or that was like, you're very self-aware, you're very powerful, basically, is what they're saying, in this place of, I'm here, and, I don't need to engage with that old energy, or I don't need to give that any of my attention, or be present in that at all, because that's not where I am now. So just saying that's very, like, empowering. Like, you've taken back your power, you've taken back your sense of self, and really tapped into, your inner source, and who you are here to be, the person that you were born to be. And that's incredible and beautiful, because then you have building blocks, surrender to trust, and cornucopia. So again, you've built a place of creation, of, and now it's just like trusting this vibe, trusting that the cornucopia, which is your blessings and your fruition and, the feast, so to speak, of blessings that you have already aligned with, and wait for them to unfold. Like, it's just like surrender and trust to a sense of, it's already here, it's already mine. And again, moving away from the thinking mind, the ego mind, and putting your trust in your heart center, putting your trust in your heart chakra, putting your trust in your intuition and your inner source, and knowing through that trust that all is well, everything is unfolding, and you've done the hard work already. You've done that. You've planted all these seeds. You've released all of this. Like, you've weeded your garden. Like, it's this beautiful place of receiving now. So it's asking you to trust. You've already gone through you've built this place within you. You've built this foundation of strength and empowerment and self-love, and yours. Like, this is yours. So don't allow the old energy to distract you. They're saying, like, it's already yours. So just, like, kick your feet up and keep building that sense of confidence through trust, and through trusting your team and working with your team all day, every day. Like, calling on your spirit team to say, hey, I'm a little confused at this situation. I need some guidance. I need some direction. Whatever. Call on them. Even just to say, hey, thank you. I feel amazing today. Or thank you because you've helped me to become. Or just thank you. I love you and I appreciate you and I thank you. Like, remember to not only talk to them in times of need, but every day. Whether it's just a thank you, or whether it's just a woohoo, I'm loving today. Just trust your connection, trust your intuition, trust your sense of knowing, and being in that sense of, it's okay that I don't know or don't fully understand how this is processing. I just know that everything is well and everything is going to be fine and everything is already as it should be. I'm exactly where I need to be. I trust this. And I trust that the cornucopia is already mine. It's already here. But think about going to a buffet. Are you going to eat everything at once? No. You're going to start and take a little bit of this, take a little bit of that, because you want to enjoy it. You want to take time to enjoy it. You don't want to rush through it and just gobble up everything and then be sick. Right? You want to take your time to enjoy it. So relax in the unfolding. Relax in the fact that you've already built everything that you need for your foundation of strength, empowerment, and self-love. It feels like you have come through a lot of healing for truly loving yourself. Like, finally you truly love yourself. Like, it feels like you've said it in the past that, yeah, I love me, but it wasn't a deep truth, and you had to overcome a lot of outside bullshit, like, of other people trying to dictate who you are. And, you absorbed a lot of other people's nonsense of who you truly are. So they're just saying, no, You finally come to a place of you loving yourself and meaning it, and it is 100% you. So bravo, because this, your self-love and your self-care and you just being this divine being and coming through a part of you that is that loving vibration, which is your inner source. And that's what's attracting, the cornucopia. That's what's allowing it to present itself to you and allowing it to unfold. Then you have message in a bottle, surrender to miracles, and patience. So again, be patient in the unfolding. You don't want to eat the whole buffet at once. Allow things to unfold. And when we say surrender to miracles, like it's literally saying I surrender to miracles. There's miracles every single day, all day long. So surrender to the miracles, surrender to everything that is meant for you. And message in a bottle, I love that one because it's like that spirit whispering to you and spirit speaking to you to say, hey, allow this flow. Just think of how a bottle, like, I throw a message in a bottle, you throw it in the water, and it goes with the tides. It ebbs and it flows. It doesn't change the message because it's changed direction. It just ebbs and flows. So that message in the bottle is your inner source saying, you've got this. You're entitled, so to speak, to these miracles, to these blessings, to this cornucopia, and to this beautiful life. You have created this for yourself. So stay in that energy in the bottle, in your ebb and flow. Don't worry about the direction you're going. Just know whatever direction that this is taking you on a path for your highest and your greatest good, but trust in that. Surrender to that and be patient. Allow it to unfold as it's meant to, because we know what we want, but our spirit team and the universe knows what we need. So if the timing isn't right, so to speak, then you don't want it. You want to wait till the timing is where you're going to receive it fully through your body, mind, and spirit. So just asking you to stay present, stay in your power. And when this old energy sneaks up, just keep doing what you're doing and be like, nope, I don't accept that. That's not my truth. That's not who I am any longer. And I let you go lovingly. Like everything that you've worked so freaking hard for, body, mind, and spirit, is now unfolding. So be present in the right now. Be present in this moment, in the receiving, and in that power of receiving, and know that you are worthy, deserving, and amazing and wonderful. And this is yours. This is your freaking time to shine. This is your time to receive. This is your time you've aligned with your heart's desires. So be present in that and allow it to unfold and welcome it. Every step, every day, wake up and say, today is a miracle. I accept the cornucopia of today. I align with the cornucopia of my life. Like all of those kind of things will really help to keep you in that present power and let it unfold, in a beautiful way. Okay. All right, my loves. Now, pile 3, what do we have for you? All right, my loves. Number 3s. And what are we doing for you? Okay. So our first cards, Yang, Treasure Island, Unfinished Symphony. So you have 1, 9, and 10. All right, for our surrender cards, we have a pile 3 for our surrender cards. So, surrender comparison with other people. Surrender to passion. Surrender your addictions. And for our energy oracle cards, Alchemist, And they're very insistent on number 5. So if you're seeing number 5s, then they want you to know that, yes, this is for you. Okay. So first we have Yang, surrender comparisons with other people, and the Alchemist. So this feels very much about you finding that balance and letting go of outdated energy and knowing that everything that you have, you are creating through your own personal power, through your own beliefs, through your own views of the world and of yourself and of others and so on and so forth. Like being the alchemist is you using that creative energy to create what you want and not feeling, it's like move away from, you know, Fred has this big fancy house and I want that, or Sally has this, you know, fancy car and I want that. Like, don't create through envy, or don't create through a feeling of like that putting up with the Joneses, or like, you know, that energy of comparison, that energy of trying to be something that you're not and something that's not authentically you. Like, if it just feels like this pile has a lot of, or had, you know, hasn't had a lot of outside energy and outside influences saying what you should have and what you should, like, oh, you're this age, you should have this already, or, you know, oh, your friend has this, so how come you, like, that kind of thing. So it's like, it's outside programming that's kind of held you in a place of, oh, I need to have this because of that, and I want to have better than that because of, like, no, be the alchemist of your own life. Be the alchemist of what feeds your soul. You know, what helps you to find that balance, what helps you to be in that place of personal power. You know, finding your yang to your yin, basically what they're saying. So let go of this outdated energy. It's not yours. And you, being the alchemist, create the life that you want for you, regardless of anybody else's influence or what they think that you should be or do, or nothing. Like, don't allow that to have you in a place of, I should be doing this, or I should. No. What do you want for you? Putting yourself first and being that alchemist. And see how she's like taken off her mask? Like, don't be what other people expect you to be or want you to be. Be who you were born to be. Feed that inner joy and that inner pleasure and that inner happiness that is within you, and create the life that you want for you. Let go of all of that other crap that is not yours, because this is about your happiness. This is about you and your life and how you want to live your life. Period. End of story. Because that is what's forging forward with, you know, you literally have Treasure Island and the sun, and then surrender to passion. So your passion of creativity, your passion of your ability to create the life that you want for you. That's, you know, it's your inner passion that's feeding that creativity. And that's like, oh my gosh, I love when I, like, if you're an artist, I love creating art. It has me in such a feel good power. It has me in such a, like, you know, creative sense of zen and all of that. So it's like, use that inner passion and that inner fire to align with your treasures and to align with the sun and with the fruition that you deserve and that is already there for you. It's just letting go of that old energy of expectation of others or comparison of, oh, well, that's mine whatever is not as good as that person's whatever. But yours is yours, and that's all that matters. Yours is yours. Does it bring you joy? Does it help feed that happy? Does it, you know, feed that passion and creativity within you? That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing outside of you. Who cares? Who cares? We're so past that energy of jealousy and envy and trying to have what other people have. You live in an abundant world. Your universe, your personal universe, is abundant and infinite. So you can create whatever you want. But you need to know that within yourself and trust that within yourself and allow your treasures to be revealed to you. Because also with number 9, they're saying, like, you've come to the end of this, of the trying to be the people pleaser and be the person that other people expect you to be. Like, you're at a place of personal empowerment now where, no, I'm going to do for me. Like, you have that capability, you have that passion, you have that energy to tap into you, your authentic, your intrinsic self. Like, and really using that to allow the fruition to take place. Like, a treasure in everything. Like, a healthy life, a wealthy life, a joyful life, a blissful life, everything. Like, this is your treasure chest. Like, that is yours. The end of the old cycles of trying to be the people pleaser and worry about what other people want for you or think that, is best for you is done. Like, it's done. So embrace this treasure, because this is what's bringing forward with your son, with your clearing out all the shadows and clearing out and letting go of the unhealed ego mind and the unhealed shadow and the unhealed inner child, and being like, no, I deserve a life that is beautiful and passionate and joyful, because that's what you're creating for yourself. So they're just saying to keep moving forward with this energy, with that creativeness, that passion, that love, that desire, that this is what I want for me, because that's what's bringing everything forward and allowing things to unfold. So unfinished symphony, surrender your addictions, and patience. So surrendering your addiction to people pleasing, surrendering your addiction to unhealthy comforts. It's like, so they're showing me, because this fruition and abundance and treasure is the in between, that you're kind of being pulled back and forth with this energy of just stuff that's outdated. Like, so close out the chapters now. Like, be done with looking back and be done with seeking comfort in unhealthy places, seeking comfort in familiarity, seeking comfort in toxic tools, and allow that to, be released. Allow yourself to let it go. So the patience is about, being mindful, and, when you have a desire to, you're having a down day and you want to reach out to somebody that isn't good for you, but it's familiarity and it's a toxic comfort, be mindful of that and be like, no, I'm not going to, allow that energy to control what is best for me. And, or it just feels like there's something to do with family too. Like, a parent or somebody significant to you is like, oh, you should do this because this would be great for you. And you're like, oh, okay. And you kind of go with that because you still have that energy of you want to make them happy. And maybe they're right, because you're not fully trusting yourself. So they're saying that's just old energy. That's just the old aspects of self that, are being released. And there's just still some attachments there. And that's your ego mind. So releasing the ego mind and, releasing it with love. Like, thank you for everything you've done for me to become who I am right now. But I no longer need you to protect me, or I no longer need you to, be here with me. I release you to source. I release you with love. Thank you for all you've done. And let those parts of you go with love. Because if you weren't who you were, you wouldn't be who you are. So they're saying to don't allow this conflict to take you away from, this is your center. Like, this is your core. This is your center. This is your truth. This is your truth. The treasure, the sun, and the surrender to passion. This is your truth. This is your inner intrinsic power. So don't allow the teeter-totter of the outside energy that you have worked so hard to clear away and detach from pull you back into a sense of lack or doubt or not trusting yourself, because that's not who you are. Like, you are this, you are the sun, you are the treasure, you are abundant. And that's what they want you to focus on, and that's where they want you to work from. So work from your center, literally work from your center, which is your heart chakra. Work from that center and create what is good for you, regardless of anything else outside of you, because this is all outside of you. Like, these other two things are outside of you. So they're just like, this is not you. Let it go and release it, and release it lovingly. Say, like, no, that's not what I want. I'm going to go, like, everyone's like, oh no, you should go left because that would be best for you. And now I'm going to go right. See what happens. Because that's where my heart is telling me to go. That's where my intuition is telling me to go. That's where my inner source is telling me to go. Okay, so don't allow the conflict that's not really yours to block you from making this, expanding this and this being your truth, okay? Because it's here, it's within you. And I feel like the outside energy can be strong and almost like emotional manipulation kind of feeling. So Just say no. No, that's not my truth. That's not what I want for me. And stand in your power, because it feels like what's unfolding for you is incredible. And something about art, like very artistic, very, whether it's music or physical art or like just you're creating, like you're making jewelry, or you write songs, or you play an instrument. Like there's something very creative and passionate within you that wants to be present with you. So allow it to be. Allow that passion, creativity to just spring forward, because this is where you are. Okay. All right, my loves. I hope that this resonates, and I wish for you blessings and joy and abundance always. Love you all. Take care, and thank you for joining me.